Lissa Kreisler, and this is season 4 of Community Storytelling here at KCAT TV 15. Linda Lester, I love you. She's been my sponsor since day one and continues to do so. So I have a guest today who's my new friend, but she's probably your old friend, not in terms of age, but she's a woman about town, and you probably know her, but you know, I'm a late bloomer sometimes. So I'm sitting next to Chef Yvonne Khananis. I knew I was going to have trouble with that name, you know. So
I'm here to help.
Yeah, thank goodness you are.
I throw the pitch.
But I know you like Chef Yvonne, and then your friends call you Unicorn.
Yes.
Where did Unicorn come from?
I have no idea. Truly.
I was trying to think, Yvonne, Unicorn? No, it's not a speech thing. So I don't know. You're a magical person. That's what a unicorn is.
I think that's what it is.
There you go.
You know.
So you know Yvonne, I'm sure, from Reverence Catering, which has been around for how many years?
In the Bay Area, 6 years now.
And then some woman by the name of Yvonne decides during the middle of the pandemic to open up a new place, a retail place and a food place called Grocer Goddess.
Correct. No.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking I had to pay the bills and survive and keep our name out there.
I mean, was it September or October that you opened?
We opened October 5th.
Of last year.
Of last
year.
year.
I have a 2.5 mile walk downtown that I do almost every day. And I would always look in your windows because you have these huge windows and there's a lot of empty, it's really spread out in there. I mean, it's the opposite of clutter.
Yes.
I would always look in when it was closed and say, what is this place? Describe it.
So I decided to open a place that had all of my favorite things. Things that I use in the kitchen. Like a little sheet pan instead of like a spoon rest. That's what I use, like a quarter sheet pan.
I love it.
It's easier. It's versatile. If you need it for 2 cookies to bake, there it is, right? So my favorite kitchen towels are in there, my favorite aprons. Then I was like, I'm just going to make everything that I love to eat. You know, because you look around for a salad, a good salad.
Right.
Right?
That's
You're always
my
like,
favorite.
where can I go get a good salad? Nowhere. So I wanted a place for people to come get a good salad.
So tell me what makes a good salad.
The dressing.
And you make your own dressing.
From scratch.
And I think it's got the Reverence label on it, does it not?
No, everything has switched over to Grocer Goddess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reverence has its own brand, its own things. I wanted Grocer Goddess to be its own entity because I want it to grow. So I want to open multiple locations eventually.
Now, the catering company, 6 years, and I know it was very successful. I think some of your customers were Netflix and
Nutanix.
Okay.
Unifor, which is a brand new startup. Just, to name a few.
And then what happened? I mean, the pandemic. So what happened to your business?
There wasn't any.
Yeah.
So March 15th was our last day in the office.
March 15th
in any office
of
2020.
2020. Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
How many employees did you have to give up?
26.
Wow, that had to hurt.
Yeah, we cried. We all cried.
Bet.
I had them all at the kitchen and told them to sign up for unemployment immediately so that they would just get in the system and be ready for whatever was coming. Of course, we only thought it was going to be 2 months.
I thought 2 months too. I guess that was the common thread. 2 months.
My boyfriend was like 4 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. I'm like, okay,
yeah.
Vacation.
Where do we want to go?
4 weeks passed.
I know, terrible. But you pivoted. You
did.
came up with some great ideas.
Yeah.
Like?
So initially, when we were still just at the Reverence Kitchen, we did drive-through brunch.
I remember.
So you could order brunch on the weekends.
Yes.
We did family packs. We still do those. You can order those anytime. And I just tried whatever I could. Once they gave us the go-ahead that we were essential and able to serve food.
But you're in a weird location because you're not on the main street.
Right.
You have to turn that corner at North Santa Cruz in Maine to find your signage.
Yeah.
And so it's not real visible, but you pivoted. You made yourself known again.
I did. I had to. It was necessity. trust me, I didn't want another rent payment
Right.
when I had $0 coming in. But luckily, my current landlords at the kitchen are amazing human beings, and they've been really supportive, and I was able to negotiate a great rate for the new space. So I cook at our kitchen and we take it over to the store, and
How many employees have you brought back? Or are they all
we're
new
up
employees?
to 6 now.
Are you 6 of the originals?
2 are new
Yeah.
and the 4 are original, plus myself.
So you have a kitchen in the Reverence in that building. I've never gone in, so I don't know. There's a big
Yeah.
kitchen in there.
So what used to be the retail part of that kitchen is now storage. So it's my dry storage, and then I still have the little kitchen.
And then you also, do you cook at a Grocer Goddess?
No, there isn't a kitchen there.
There is no kitchen there, but you serve food from there. I mean, you pick
It's
up
all
food.
prepackaged.
It's all prepackaged.
Yeah.
And how are retail sales? Because it's such an unusual place.
So it was a huge risk. I spent
Yeah.
a lot of my savings to open that space, and I needed it to look a certain way. Kind of like my house. I like everything neat and tidy and clean and white and crispy. So I wanted it to resemble how I live. And sales were slow in the beginning, and then I think right before Thanksgiving we caught fire, and
That's great.
people have been
Love
we have regulars, lots of them.
Now, where did the Reverence name come from?
I dreamt of it,
Are you serious?
so I prayed about it, not to talk about religion, but I prayed about it, and I said, Lord, help me with a name for this catering company. And it came to me in a dream. And then driving into work one day, there was a song on that said Reverence, and I was like, okay, got it.
It's my calling.
Noted.
Yeah. Now, do you live in Los Gatos?
I do.
Okay, so your commute's what, 3 minutes, or do you live in the mountains?
I live between Los Gatos, Monte Sereno, so
All
it's
right.
about a 6-minute drive.
All right,
Yeah,
nice,
not
nice.
too bad.
You're a single mom.
I'm a single mom.
Does he help you?
He works at the store, so you can meet Luke
Good
except
looking
for
kid.
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
And he
'cause-
looks just like you.
Yes.
I don't know if anybody's ever
mean,
said that. Well, yeah. The face is the same. So
Yeah.
he works on his time off.
He does.
Is
He's on the golf team here at Los Gatos High.
Oh, very cool.
So he doesn't work Tuesdays and Thursdays,
That's
but he's
their
there.
golfing days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's there the other days.
So you confident the store is going to make it? What do I call it? Do I call it a store?
It's a market.
A market. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a market.
Yeah, of course I am.
Well, I know.
We've already hit our goal, like our monthly goals.
And where did that name come from?
So I grew up in Chicago. Don't tell anyone. Although I think we just did.
You
And
detect a little bit of an accent, but I thought more East Coast. I wouldn't have known it was Chicago.
Well, no,
Yeah.
it's in Chicago.
Okay.
I've lived here for 20-something
Yeah.
years. But in the neighborhood that I lived in Chicago, there was a store called the Goddess and the Grocer. And she was inspirational and an amazing lady. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to pay homage to that because I love that. I love the sincerity of how she built her business and the food that she served and the community that she, did things for, and I love that. So
Have you told her?
Not yet.
Oh.
But I'm going,
Oh.
I can't say this.
Okay.
I'm going home for Mother's Day.
Oh, right. So you're going to bring pictures?
Yeah.
And all that good stuff.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. So let's see, where do I start? You're such an interesting woman. And what I love about everything I read about you is that you are so for women. You want women to live out their dream
Yeah.
because you have.
Yeah.
And should we start at the beginning? You were a stockbroker.
Yeah.
You left home at a very early age,
Yes,
17.
I
Who
was.
does that? Why did you leave home at 17? And if you don't want to say, that's okay.
No, it's fine. I've talked about it to millions of people. It was a very volatile home life. My stepfather was very verbally abusive, and I just couldn't take it anymore. So I would work for a store called Carson Perry Scott, which is like a Boston's or like a
Well, we
I
know
don't know.
Boston's. We know Boston.
like Macy's.
All right. Okay.
So I was in their customer service department, and I would, on my break, we'd have a 15-minute break. I'd go to Housewares and I'd buy dishes or towels or bathroom stuff and stuff my closet in my room. Yeah,
Because you knew that day was coming.
yeah.
And you moved out on your own?
I moved out on my own. I rented a little tiny convertible studio on Bittersweet
Were
in
you
Chicago.
still in high school?
Yeah. Yeah, I was.
And the school let you do that?
They didn't know.
They didn't know. You kept your mom's address.
Yeah, they had no
And-
idea.
Oh my God. And were you afraid? 17?
No.
You were
I've
a tough
always
girl.
been ballsy.
Okay. You're a tough girl. I
Yeah.
can see that.
Yeah.
I like that. I can see that. But where did you learn to cook the way you do?
Well, I've been cooking since I was 4. There's
with
pictures
Mom?
of me standing on a chair in front of a stove, cooking with my grandma, my aunts, my
Aw.
mom,
So you cooked Italian food?
Assyrian, Middle Eastern.
Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
All right. So at the age of 4.
Yeah.
Now, do you serve any of those recipes now?
As a matter of fact, today I made, Middle Eastern curry that's in the store. And, I can. I'm just slowly getting people used to the more ethnic side of me.
Yes. Is your grandma still alive?
No.
Oh, she'd be so proud, wouldn't she?
She would. She's probably
she's-
right behind me.
That's right. She's
Yeah.
got her plate out saying, come on,
I
honey.
probably have like 5 women, strong women behind me.
Is your mom a strong woman?
Oh, yeah.
So your mom, what did she do for a living? Or what did
So
she?
she worked for the Chicago Police Department.
Yes, yes. Now, so, okay, you go, we're losing my train of thought here. Yeah, you leave home at 17.
Yeah,
Where'd you go to college, or did you?
I didn't.
You didn't.
I gave up a scholarship to move out.
So how did you become a stockbroker?
Oh, well, back then you didn't have to go to college.
Well, except you became a very successful stockbroker.
Only because of the guy I worked for.
Taught you everything you knew.
Yeah.
I mean, you had multi-million-dollar accounts.
But they were his. That was his small book. So back then, brokers had small books
Yeah.
and larger books.
Yeah.
And he had a few, and I had the $40 million book.
Just the $40 million book.
It was fun. It was fun.
You must have made decent money,
Yeah,
but you didn't want to stay in that. You didn't want to stay making decent money. You wanted to go out and cook.
I did. Crazy enough. I had a dream of a bunch of angels with different hats on. I know it's going to sound really weird. And I was debating moving to Los Angeles. And when I had that dream, I was like, that's it.
And out the door you went again.
And out the door.
Out the door you went
Literally
again.
3 weeks later.
Yeah. You bring the towels from the Macy's store? By then
no,
they were
by then
long
I
gone.
would. Yeah, those were done. Yeah.
So, did you open a restaurant in LA?
No, I opened a restaurant. It's a long. You're going to need 2 of these interviews. But
Well, we'll take a break.
I opened a restaurant in Chicago called Ammo, and that was a breakfast joint.
How old were you?
In my 30s, 29.
And where did you got the money from being the stockbroker? So
No,
you-
I got the money. I actually opened that restaurant with our honeymoon money.
Okay.
So I had
Okay, so
just gotten married.
Okay, just gotten married.
Just gotten married, and I was like, I don't want to go on a honeymoon. I want to
wanna
open a restaurant.
And he was okay with that.
And
He
he's
said,
like, sure.
Yeah, as long as you serve me dinner every night, okay.
I mean, right? And
Yeah.
so I found a space in Lincoln Square in Chicago, and I opened the restaurant. My
And-
rent was $800 a month for a 20-seat restaurant.
And what was your specialty there?
So people loved the crab
Ah.
cakes, and they loved my whiskey rubbed lamb chops and the pesto salmon, which I still serve.
Now, those weren't recipes your grandma taught you.
No.
Yeah, those came along from somewhere else.
I worked under very many accomplished chefs, so I kind of gathered lots of information, intel.
Intel. Well, we're going to get some more intel. I think we need to take a walk to Leicester Square, and then we're going to come back because this woman is just way too interesting to let go. Stay with us. It's Community Storytelling. I'm Lissa Kreisler. Hi, it's Lissa Kreisler. I'm at Leicester Square right here at the corner of Blossom Hill Road and Los Gatos Boulevard. A lot of fun things to do. Ken!
Lisa,
I didn't even
nice to see you.
finish my sentence. I'm so surprised to see you. What are you doing here?
Well, we live close by and we're taking Rocky to the vet today.
So do you have time for a cup of coffee at Phil's with me afterwards?
Sure, is it your treat or mine?
It's definitely your treat.
And Rocky's coming too.
Good with me. I am so glad to run into you at Leicester Square. It's one of my favorite places.
It's one of my favorite places too, and we've been to Varenza and Super Duper and Phil's, and we love going here.
And so you know where I live, I have no flowers, so I come here to Leicester Square to enjoy all the flowers. They're gorgeous. So the motto here that Linda Lester coined is meet me at the square, or meet us at the square, or meet your besties at the square. I meet everybody at the square. It's Leicester Square in Los Gatos.
Come on by, and cheers.
Yes. So we're back with Chef Yvonne. I'm Lissa Kreisler, and how'd you like Leicester Square? I know, you loved it. Well, I love this woman. I just met her today for the first time. I've heard so much about her. And I'll actually tell you, she was nominated by my manicurist, Lori Hendry, who went to KCAT.org and said, I want Lisa to interview this woman. She just opened a place called Grocer Goddess. And here we are.
I love Lori.
Who doesn't love Lori?
Right.
My nails, how lovely are they?
Gorgeous.
So anyway, she sends her best. I saw her today. So, I mean, you open a restaurant and you're making fabulous food. Do you have any fancy customers? Any well-known customers?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay. Like the governor, perhaps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he
which
was
governor was it at the time? Oh, that one. Okay. That
We
one.
shouldn't say.
That one who just spent a little bit of time in prison. But he loved your food.
He did.
You know, he knows good food when he sees it and tastes it.
Yeah.
So, but and then that was after or before LA?
In between.
In between, because I know you
Because I went back and came back.
You went back after 9/11.
Yeah.
Because you said, I got to be with my mom.
Yeah.
And that just touched me so much.
Yeah.
And what were you worried about your mom's safety?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if it was the end of whatever, life as we knew it, right?
Yeah, you know, so many of us thought that, but not many of us had the courage to just pick up and go.
I
You
sold
did.
my house in LA. I mean, it sold in 2 weeks. I was like, it's never going to sell because
Yeah,
9/11.
right.
2 weeks later, it was sold.
And next thing you know, you're back home.
Yeah, I'm home
And
with the fiance.
the fiance.
We get married.
Yeah. And then you had a son soon after, right? Or
So 3 years later.
3 years later, okay.
Yeah.
Had a son who's now 15?
16.
All right. Husband's gone.
Yeah.
Husband's gone.
Thank
That
God.
scoundrel. Get rid of him.
Bye-bye.
And here you are, single woman again,
Yeah.
making ends meet.
Yeah.
But I guess you were doing well.
Yeah.
But you came back here to California.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm a California girl.
I don't know. Talking to you, you sound like a Chicago girl.
Well, you can't take,
The Chicago out of the girl.
yeah.
Right.
So,
Can take the girl out of Chicago,
I mean,
but
that's why Californians like me, because they know exactly what they get. Like, I
yes.
hide nothing,
Oh,
obviously.
you know, I'm thinking after this interview, we got to go get a glass of wine or something.
Let's
I mean,
do it.
You're my new best
I was
buddy.
expecting a bottle next to me.
So business is going well.
Yeah.
And have you
Knock on wood.
you meshed into Los Gatos, you know, because you did not know Los Gatos, right?
No, so when I first landed here, which was May of 2013,
And why did you come here?
so the man I was dating at the time died in a helicopter crash, which is how I know Lori. He's our connection.
Wow. Oh,
And I couldn't go back to LA.
I can understand that.
So
Oh,
my girlfriend was like, why don't you try Northern California? And I was like, I don't think I belong there. She's like, you'll love it. So I came here, I worked for 2 restaurant groups. That didn't work out. And then I started Reverence. And
I would think you could not, you know, you'd have a hard time with your stature and your abilities and what you've already done working for a restaurant group. I couldn't see that.
well, in the positions that I had with them, you would think that the autonomy would be enough. But a lot of people in our industry have big heads and aren't willing to listen or to pivot or to change.
Right. Right.
Which is what happened.
And you know how to pivot.
Yeah.
You certainly know how to pivot. I
Yeah.
mean, what's next for you? What are you going to pivot to next? Or just kind
Well,
of stay?
before COVID, I was
Yeah.
going to open a French bistro in Los Gatos.
We don't have one, I don't
No,
think, do we?
not anymore.
So
Nope.
is that still
I
on the
had
drawing
signed
board?
the lease. And
Really?
yeah. And
Where was
then
it going to be?
in the old LGBG space.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Luckily, they let me out of the lease.
Wow.
So,
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, I had no idea.
yeah.
But is it still in the back of your mind maybe? But how much can you handle?
I mean, I can handle whatever I give myself. No, I mean,
Yeah.
it's not easy, but I believe if you train people well enough and you treat them well enough, they will execute your plan. And that's what I do.
Now, I would imagine your day starts very early. What
Yeah,
time?
5 a.m.
5 a.m. So stockbroker hours maybe?
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
be up early.
Now, when I had my radio show, I got up at 2:30.
Yeah, that's different.
And I went to bed at 10:30, and I lived on 4 hours sleep, and now, 8 isn't even enough. It's
Yeah.
But you don't, I mean, are you, you don't go to bed early, you get up at 5.
I go to bed at, I'm in bed at 9:30.
All right, there you go. There you go.
With a pad of paper and a pencil.
Always
and-
thinking, huh?
Yeah.
So tell me what your day is like. You get up at 5, and you go into Reverence. What happens?
So I get up at 5, I get on the stationary bike, and I watch the news, and then I turn the news off because it's depressing.
Depressing, I know.
And then I have a cup of coffee, half a cup maybe,
Yeah.
and then I just get my day started.
Yeah.
So right now I service 2 clients. We do a snack service for them,
Real, now,
snacks and coffee.
so an office, a company?
So attorneys are essential.
Hello, my late husband was an attorney. My significant other now is an attorney.
Yeah.
Attorneys are very essential.
They're essential.
Yes,
So
yes.
one of my clients is still open,
Good.
and they've maintained.
So you bring snack service over there?
Yeah.
And what's snack service? What do you bring?
So, fresh fruits, cheeses, meats, like
Sounds like lunch, but
chips.
okay. Yeah, every day.
Cookies.
Yes.
No, I do them twice.
So it's
twice
a
week.
treat,
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
And then I get to the kitchen about 6:30, 7 o'clock, and my staff is already there. I send them a to-do list, and everything's done, and I just walk in and put everything together.
Every day the same menu?
No,
Every day something different?
Yeah.
So what do you like to make?
food. Good food.
And do you love to eat your food?
I do.
So you're a foodie.
I am.
Tell me some of your favorite things.
That I make,
Yeah.
or that
Well,
other
or that you
people
like
make?
that you want to eat. Yeah. Yeah. Tell me if you were going to go out in Los Gatos, where are you going to go?
So the first place I go is Asa. Because I love Andrew.
Yes.
He is one of a kind. He knows how to run a business. He's hospitable.
Well, he started with the Basin, which was
Yeah.
a fabulous restaurant.
It was.
And I knew him from Asa in Los Gatos.
Really?
And then, yes. And I think I don't know if he's involved with that anymore. He just may be Asa in Los Gatos.
Oh, I
But
thought
yeah,
he had both still.
well, he probably does. What am
Yeah.
I saying? But I mean, I know he loves Los Gatos.
Yeah.
He's told me
And we love
before.
him.
Yes.
And I often tell him, I said, if I ever needed a job, you were the only one I would work for.
All right.
That's,
And
I-
Asa, if you don't know Asa of Los Gatos, it's on Alberta Way,
yeah.
across from Los Gatos Lodge and Los Gatos Saratoga Road, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Where the old, whatever,
Yeah.
Five
It's
something
been
was.
a lot of things. I mean.
by the Best Western.
Yeah, by
It's
the
in that
Best
thing.
Western. It's right there. Exactly. Where else do you like to eat?
That's it.
That's it. Okay.
My house.
Yeah. So you like to cook when you go
I
home?
cook every night, unless we go out to Asa. Truly.
Yes.
That's how it is.
I did my very first interview at KCAT TV was with David Kinch, believe it or not,
I
at
believe it.
Manresa. We were there. We did the whole show there. And I remember I threw him because I said, what do you cook at home? Do you ever just have a bologna sandwich? And he looked at me like, really? And I said, do you ever go to McDonald's? And that really got the look,
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't do that. He does not do that.
Honestly, swear to God, cross my heart, had a bologna sandwich yesterday.
Okay.
with Miracle Whip.
Oh, and did you put chips on it to make it crunchy at
No
least?
chips on the side. And American cheese.
Ah, there you go.
Because that reminds me, so when I have a bologna sandwich like that, I am reminded of one of my best friends from kindergarten and her grandma, Jane Sprandell, who would make us a bologna sandwich when we got home from school. And it makes me happy. It takes me to this happy place.
Do you
and
ever
I love it.
grill the bologna? That's really good.
No, I've never done
Oh,
that.
you got to try. Just try it.
I
once.
will.
Try
I
it once.
promise.
Okay. Oh, then give me credit for
Okay,
it.
I
Lisa's bologna
I'll be like,
sandwich. You got to
this-
grill it.
By Lisa.
Well, not grill it. What's it called? Fry it.
Fry it. Pan fry. I knew what you meant.
I do not cook, as you obviously
I
know
knew
now.
what you meant.
Telling you to grill it and it's supposed to be pan fried. Okay, whatever. So, you know, life is coming back.
Yes.
I mean, you and I are both fully vaccinated, but, you know, I assume Netflix is going to open its doors again one
Yeah.
day. I mean, are you in touch with all these people again?
My employees or the clients?
The clients, you know, to get your
Yes.
business back going.
As a matter of fact, I just sent and received a text from my Netflix contact, and
Saying, get ready?
I miss her.
Yeah.
And she misses me. Like, so when I have relationships with my clients, they're friends. They become friends. It's part of my family. So I will do
can see
anything
that.
for them.
I can see that.
And I only love cooking for people that I like, because I put my love into it.
Mhm.
So if I don't really feel a thing, like I could cook for you right now,
And I'm coming over.
and you would be like, I'm in love with you.
Yeah,
Because you would feel it.
Yes.
Right? So there are some customers or clients that they don't get it.
Yeah.
Like you have to get it. Food is there aren't enough words to describe what it is when you cook for someone. It's inadequate. Words are inadequate.
Are we lucky to have this woman here in Los Gatos? So we should stop by. We'll see you every day at Grocer Goddess.
No,
or
if you want to see my face, you're going to have to come to the kitchen.
The kitchen, okay.
But you can't get food there.
And you can't get food there. So what are you going to do? Okay. But
But
wonderful.
I'll be driving around in my little van,
Yeah.
taking food to.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
She'll bring snacks over to you.
Yeah.
Chef Yvonne, I have fallen in love with you. You
I
are
love you too.
wonderful. And now I got the face behind those windows I look through all the time
Aw.
when you're not open yet because I'm taking an early morning walk. One of my favorite interviews, season 4. It's young. Maybe you'll be the next one. How about going online? Do what Lori Hendry did. She nominated Chef Yvonne by going to KCAT.org. I think she said that was the easiest thing I've ever done. It took maybe 2 minutes. You do it now. Let's get you on here and let's talk to you. Community storytelling, I love it. I'm Lissa Kreisler, and thanks so much for being with us here at KCAT TV 15.